That's the kind of group you need to form. You need to form it because you know, what did Jesus do? He didn't take on disciples that wanted to join him. He'd walk down the beach and say, come with me. You've got to go out and find the people you're going to work with. You don't take who comes to you. That's a good recruitment system. You know, don't call us, we'll call you. That's how it works. And so you have a hunger. I mean, if it's just a power trip to dress up in camo and get all freaked out and drive around in cars at night and bury guns and, you know, play Rambo, you should be doing 90% of your militia operations should be at city councils and state houses and handing out DVDs and learning to command, learning to speak, learning to convince, learning to get up and to have leadership skills. 10% should be quietly preparing to defend yourself and your family. And defensively to get out of the cities and to mutually protect each other. Your number one job should not be having to mow down a bunch of cops at a checkpoint. That should be the last thing you want to be forced to do. But they're trying to load you in the flatbacks to take you to FEMA camps for God knows what. Your job is to reach out to those cops and to those National Guard and regular Army Brigade people from Homeland Security before you have to face them at that checkpoint, before they take your kids away from you, and before you go, all right, this is it. I did everything I could. Rock and roll! And then it's on. Then there's no turning back. I did everything I could. Just like when some bully walks up and you say, look, mister, I don't want to fight with you. And they take that as fear and they go ahead and knock you upside the head, and then everything changes. And you just go, that's it. I'm opening up a can of whoop ass. I'm going to beat the living snot out of you. Get ready for me to knock you down and stomp your guts out, punk. And it's that same attitude. Once you open it up, there ain't no turning back. Once you're committed. And I'm committed to do this peacefully. You know, I see myself as a political person, as someone speaking out, as someone, that's my job. I'm not sitting there oiling and petting my guns. I'm defending the right for everybody to keep and bear and own them, that inalienable, innate right. So my guns are half rusty in the 2 big gun safes I've got. I need to get them out. It was 10 months ago, the last time I had a chance to shoot. So yes, be prepared. Have a boogie pack, have maps, things like that. Think about different scenarios. But I see these guys who run around in camo and go to city council in camo. I'm wearing camouflage right now. I'm wearing a black T-shirt and blue jeans and a pair of tennis shoes. That's urban warfare camo. That's guerrilla camo. We're not in Southeast Asia wearing green camouflage. You want camouflage? Try wearing a suit and tie. Oh, that's camouflage. And so everything I do is about trying to wake up the military and police so that they don't get used by the globalists. The globalists want a giant bloodbath. They want carnage. They want it. We've got to do everything we can to stop it. And police have got to be told. There are a lot of people who aren't going to let you at checkpoints take them to jail or take their kids like you've been training to do. And let me just tell you something. The first year of operations where they try to tell police and military to set up checkpoints aren't going to be pretty. I will assure you that's why they've caught the National Guard and Homeland Security doing drills of militias attacking Homeland Security checkpoints, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And you're going to die. A lot of you. And I'm not thrilled about that. There's no macho level of me wants to see a bunch of dead people and pools of blood laying all over the road while the New World Order smiles from ear to ear, knowing they've set it off. So all the torture and killing and crap can begin, and helicopters nerve gassing people, and all the surveillance and all the foreign mercs and the rest of it, and the torture teams and all the stuff they've done in Iraq going on here. They want to gut this country once and for all, because they can't get their socialized health care and their gun control and their open borders through without tearing everything up. So I'm going to tell the military and police and everybody and militias and everybody else something. You better do everything you can for peace. And you better hope it doesn't go to physical war. We better all realize we're all in the same boat together, and they plan on having us kill each other, and that's the last thing we want to do. Yeah, the feds know when they try to set up checkpoints and round people up at them that people are just going to say, look, that's it. The guns come out. And I guess freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. And nothing if we ain't free. But we need to avoid that at all costs. But at the same time, we can't go to forced labor camps, to FEMA camps, like Michael Savage was saying. They do plan to arrest us and round us up. And they did plan to ban the First Amendment. They passed that through the House. I guess that's the one big thing they have gotten passed. Looks like the Senate's going to vote on it. I've got popping back in Ted Pike tomorrow, Reverend. Let's go back to your calls here. Who's up next? Kenny in Virginia?
Yeah.
Kenny, you're on the air. Thanks for holding.
Yeah, I want to bring attention to the 27th of July that's coming up. It fits in with everything you're saying. I'm here in Virginia, and last night they just closed 18 rest areas temporarily, which would make excellent checkpoints. I'm actually from Ohio. My congressman up there, Jim Traffic, has been in prison for 8 years for speaking his mind on the House
floor. Or they could be doing something like painting stripes at the rest areas.
No. It's for the budget reasons. The state has shut them down to save $9 million. They can't afford to operate them for the next few months or weeks. It's like a big issue up here.
Yeah, what they're doing is they start shutting down national parks and rest areas to create the illusion they're out of money, so people will then pay the higher taxes. When $23.7 trillion went to foreign banks, that's double the money and $5 billion extra. That's double the money. 9.4 is at 9.5 trillion, according to Bloomberg, would have paid off all. That's all mortgages in the country, not just the ones in trouble, but double that and $5 billion extra. Double that, and they're lending less. So this is just an absolute financial coup d'etat. They're stealing money even faster than I thought. But see, now the states are going to go bankrupt to the feds, and everything's going to go bankrupt, and only the bankers will be there flush with the tens of trillions. Go ahead.
Do you think this is going to go next Monday? As far as, do you think it's true that there's going to be foreign troops on our soil?
What are you talking about, the 27th? I mean, is somebody putting out...
The big FEMA exercise, the big, what do they call it, an exercise they're going to be doing from July 27th.
You're talking about the national level exercise, yeah.
Exactly. What do you think that's going to be? That's the FEMA, that's their exercise they're going to be doing next week. And it's kind of strange that it's going to end on the 31st. I have a vision or a belief that Rex 84 is going to come into effect after next week. I think Obama's going to get everything he wants. I think they're just going to, when the Congress is in recess, I just kind of think they're going to shut the government down next week after this big 3-day. See, I was a trucker for 20 years, so I understand 3-day exercises by the federal government. They're going to be in every rest area, checking every truck, anybody going up the road. It's just like a DUI checkpoint they do already.
Oh, I know about that. No, from California to Tennessee, the regular army shows up and just shuts the highway down, and they got police dogs out there searching, and the governor in Tennessee said, don't do it. And they said, you know what, sit down and shut up, punk. And that was in the newspaper. I had a state rep on. They just said, no, we're going to do it. We don't care what the governor says. So, you know what's scary about what you're saying is that we have to entertain what you're saying because things are so out of control. It was last October that the House and Senate were threatened with martial law. We broke that here. We had congressmen on the show to talk about it. People laughed at us, and then now it's been back in the news the last 2 weeks, but the news has been saying, oh, it was good that we almost had martial law. And former Treasury Secretary Paulson gave a speech in his hearing last week admitting that it was for our own good. And so, yes, they are certainly getting everybody ready for that, and they are having the NLE 2009 with FEMA, 35 federal agencies, and 14 foreign countries. This is on FEMA's website. Just Google National Level Exercise 2009. You'll be at FEMA.gov. And so you're saying, will there be foreign troops out? Yes, in select locales. And what they do is they have local cops come over, pull the citizens over,